Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a DFY review of their new reworked collection. Code Bailey saves you 10% off, also counts as an entry to my monthly giveaway. If you use my code, please let me know so I can personally say thank you. I cannot say thank you enough for using my code with any of the brands I work with, but using my code with DFYNE helps me continue to work with them, put these reviews out, give you guys launch information, and it helps my relationship with the brand. And you guys know I love DFYNE, so I cannot say thank you enough if you do choose to use my code. Absolutely means the world. We're gonna be reviewing again the new DFY collection. 6 new colors, I believe it was. Yeah, 6 new colors that dropped. Everything is already on site, ready to be shopped. I believe everything is still in stock. Again, as an affiliate, I can't review before launches. I have to wait to shop at launch with you guys. So hopefully soon that changes so I can review before launches, because yeah, it's definitely a bit of a bummer to not be able to be helpful when you're deciding what to snag at a launch, especially if things sell out. But until then, I will still continue to review post-drop when I'm able to get my pieces, because I know you guys still like to watch the reviews. So thank you for bearing with me. Y'all still showing me support, even though I can't review before launches, means the world. We have Raspberry, Meadow, Steel, Black, and then Ice and Amethyst. I hope I'm saying that word right. I feel like I keep butchering it. I got Ice and Amethyst because I'm a brights girl, and these colors were giving the men's drop that they had a while ago, and I had been dying for us to get those colors. The other colors are very fall-like, which, like, I still like them. Like, I would definitely snag Raspberry, but these were my top 2. I'm a brights girl. For summer, I want brights, not neutrals / fall colors, but if that's more your vibe, they do have those as well. All right, I quickly want to pop in at color comparisons. I only got 2 colors, so I can't color compare the other ones, so I apologize for that. But we've got Ice. Here is Ice to Ice Blue. I think this is called Ice Blue. Am I blanking? What is it? But it's the Impact. The Dynamic New Blue, I want to say Mist, Seafoam, Ocean Mist. I think it's Ocean Mist. Or it's Seafoam. We have it to the new Glacier. Also, this color combo would slay too. It's one of those blues that goes with like every shade of blue, except maybe this one. So here's Electric Blue. Cobalt, I can't remember the name. It was Lainey's color, like an old Lainey collection blue. To the Dynamic one, Marine Blue. Okay. Marine Blue, Deep Sea, Enchanted Blue, Laney Blue, I think it's called Powder Blue, and then to Ice Mint. Again, it's different enough to where I feel like DFYNE still needs to give us impact in this blue. Have it to, I want to say Aqua Ignite. It's the Ignite collection. Sky Blue in these cycle shorts. It is to Lilac, very different, but just to show. Then we have Amethyst, Amethyst. Oh my god, I'm botching that name, sorry. To Lilac, Grape, even be cute. There aren't that many purples. We need impact in this shade. There's the Ignite Purple. And then, shoot, I can't remember this name. This is like a style they don't even make anymore. Like a textured. Okay, so DFYNE is also dropping Monday, July 7th at 4 p.m. BST, 11 a.m. EST. This was supposed to drop with the original DFY collection that just dropped, but it ran late, so they're dropping it again Monday. The long sleeves, and it's the same material as the Shrug, so almost like Skims Fits Everybody material. I'm gonna definitely be ordering this and get an extra small. But I feel like for the gym, a nice little lightweight long sleeve top, especially in the fun colors, will be so nice. I'm gonna be buying Raspberry, Ice, and Amethyst, maybe even Black, I don't know. But just a heads up, these are dropping, and code Bailey will save you money. So DFY collection is very different from their other collections. It has no under glute compression, unlike Dynamic or Impact. It's also a much softer, stretchier fabric. So composition is 95% polyamide, 5% elastane, whereas I believe Impact is 90% nylon, 10% elastane. Impact is much stiffer, much more compressive, not as stretchy, not as soft, and much thicker. Dynamic, also thicker, but has still has that compression, whereas this kind of feels like almost like the glute area of Dynamic. Maybe a little bit softer, but it's a very thin, stretchy, seamless fabric. Not as soft or as thick as like an ALPHALETE Amplify. Like, it's still very different in terms of that seamless. Also, if you've tried Ignite, this is less scratchy than Ignite. I feel like Ignite, while soft and stretchy, had a little bit of a scratchier feel to it. I wasn't obsessed with Ignite feel. I do like this fabric a lot better than Ignite. However, I don't feel like shape retention is as great in this one, in this seamless fabric. Like, I definitely feel like when bending, squatting, especially in the leggings, like it feels like I'm stretching it out, and then I notice it's a little bit baggier in the like glutes, quads. So I do wish they'd work on stretch retention with this fabric. I also feel like it runs big this launch. Last Defy, there was a whole sizing fiasco. It was so confusing. The shorts in extra small Lagoon fit great, really stretchy, not too snug at all. Then my extra small Lava leggings, I couldn't even get up past my thigh. But then I returned it, replaced it for the Latte, and the Latte fit a lot better. I was able to get it up. It was actually, honestly, like very true to size. This launch I'm finding to be even bigger than my Latte and Lagoon, which is a bit of a bummer because I'm getting extra fabric. The rise is hitting me higher, and I'm getting a little bit of bunching at the top of the V-seam. So that's a bit of a bummer, but overall they're still very, very flattering. There's no underglute compression or lift, but it's still got a scrunch. So if you're looking for a more simple yet still flattering legging, I feel like you'll really like this. And if you don't like the rise of impact but want something a little bit higher but not as high as Dynamic, I also think you'll really like the rise of this. It's kind of like an in-between. The 4.5 shorts, and this is the color Ice. Literally these two colors, and even together, stunning. So again, it's a vertical ribbed waistband, which is a pretty higher waistband compared to Impact. A little bit more of like an in-between of Dynamic and Impact in terms of the waistband height and overall rise. It's got the seam right here, no front seam. Leg opening isn't as tight as Impact, does roll a little bit more because of that. But if you're looking for a comfier leg opening, you'll probably prefer this one. And then the glute seam and V-seam. So we've got a V-seam like Impact, but it is a little bit higher in my opinion than Impact when on because it is stretchier. And then the scrunch, as you can see, it's a very unique scrunch. It looks, again, honestly like an inside out scrunch. Like when you flip your scrunch leggings inside out, this is exactly what it looks like. And then the inside out looks like this. So it's got a stretchy elastic, pretty thick. It's definitely more structured and sturdy compared to the Ignite scrunch. Still goes in the cheek, separates really nice. The DFYNE logo on the back and the side. We'll do the sticker test. Again, there is no glute compression. It's just a simple scrunch short that is short glute friendly, average glute height friendly. It does hit a little bit longer on me, but again, that could be because it is stretchier. But I know my other short glute girls, it fit them fine. So I'm just a little bummed that I'm having the bagginess right up here. Like you can even kind of see it. Yeah, so a bit of a bummer, but I still really like these. I wish, again, they would have done 6.5, would have liked them better. I just don't really gravitate to 4.5, but I wanted to get them to review for you guys. I'll still wear them, but I would have loved these had they come in a 6.5. The material composition is 95% nylon, 5% elastane. It's, again, it's made in Turkey. It's a softer, stretchier, more slick fabric, so not... It's definitely slicker than like Amplify. It's thinner than ALPHALETE Amplify. Here are the 4.5 shorts, extra small Ice. So the main difference is just like the scrunch is a little bit longer in the new fit. Rise also feels a little bit higher as well. I don't feel like it's as noticeable in the shorts versus the leggings. Like these feel pretty similar to my Lagoon, maybe a little bit stretchier, a little bit higher, and again, I'm getting a little bit of extra fabric at the top of the glutes because the scrunch and V-seam are a little bit higher than past Defy. Not as noticeable in the shorts versus the leggings. Like I'm getting a lot less extra fabric at the top of my glutes, but it is wrinkling a little bit, kind of like how Lazuli scrunch sculpt wrinkles at the top, or like, sorry, how Lazuli V-seam wrinkles at the top sometimes. And again, I just like, you can just like see the wrinkling in the extra fabric. I really wish they did 6.5 because as you can see, like the leg opening, it just is not tight at all, so it slides. Too short of an inseam. Again, I think it's so important for brands to have different inseam options for inclusivity. Not everyone likes 4.5. Taller girlies, these are probably going to be even shorter on. And again, I just think bikers are a lot more flattering. Like, I would have loved these had they been in 6.5 because then you get the under glute fold that you get in bikers while still having a little bit of extra length, whereas this, once it like rolls, basically hits right where the under glute fold is, which makes your glutes look smaller. If you don't see that under glute fold, that's science. So I just don't love the length. It rolls so bad, like a lot worse than Impact, just because again the leg opening is nowhere near as tight. And I find if it's short and has a loose leg opening, they just become underwear on me. Rise is high rise on me as a short torso girl. Very little tummy control. Like it's not compressive at all. So more comfortable. However, I like to be snatched. So I don't know. I don't think I'd buy any more until they came out with a 6.5. Impact's a lot more flattering. If I'm gonna get 4.5, I'd rather get the 4.5 Impact. However, again, I would spend my own money if they came out with a Defy 6.5 personally. Again, it's got the scrunch, the short V-seam, so still short glute friendly. If you like a 4.5, want a non-glute lifting short, you'll probably really like this. But again, I saw the blue and I was like, I think this blue is just absolutely stunning. We'll do the sticker test. Obviously, Defy is a thinner, seamless fabric, so you're definitely gonna see it in this. Gonna be on the more sheer side. If you have a glute tattoo, keep that in mind. But we'll do the squat test. Literally becomes underwear. Next we have the new Defy leggings. I believe that the latte that I got, because I, again, returned it. I returned my lava extra small and then waited a while to snag the latte extra small Defy. So I think because it restocked. So I think the restock was the reworked version because it's fitting quite similar to this. I will say the purple does feel a little bit bigger. And I also heard that people said latte was tight too, and this one's not tight at all, so I do think it was the reworked one that I got. Yeah, because I feel like the scrunch was a lot shorter in my lava, waistband was tighter, so again, I do think this is the reworked one that I got, so it's kind of hard to compare the differences. In the shorts, I have the old one, so I'll be able to better compare that, because in the shorts, the scrunch is a lot shorter in the old one than the new. They have raised the rise and the scrunch. So probably the same for the leggings if you have like the first Defy drop leggings. So these are going to be higher, which I'm personally not a fan of. I'm also personally not a fan of the higher glute seam because again, the higher glute V seam, because again, I'm getting that extra bunching fabric. So I don't know if I'm loving the tweaks. Granted, I couldn't get extra small latte on, but that was because the fabric, like, it's a very interesting fabric. Like, it's got stretch, it's thin, but also like it's stretchy, but like when you're trying to get on, like it doesn't feel that stretch. I don't know, it's very weird. Because like my lava was very stretchy, but then when I was trying to get up my leg, it was like the stretch instantly disappeared. But again, it's just got a vertical ribbed waistband. No tiers, it's just straight, it does not taper in, so low tummy control, like it's pretty much just sitting on me. So I guess makes for a comfortable legging to wear all day, but I personally like to be snatched. I like a tighter fit, so yeah. But again, no under glute compression. It's literally just a simple, seamless scrunch legging all the way down. Same compression all the way down the leg, doesn't change. Thin, stretchy, softer fabric. Now it does feel more delicate, feels like it could be a little pill prone. It does show a little bit sweat if super intense workout. It's sewn on waistband, which I prefer. I love a V seam. Again, the scrunch looks like an inside out scrunch, but it is more durable than their like Ignite scrunch. And again, motion isn't even a scrunch, it's a glute seam. So I don't mind it. It separates the cheeks. I just, again, I feel like the fit is a little weird on me right now, so I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. I love the colors, and I think that's why I'm like, oh yeah. But again, I just think I would prefer, and like the leggings are still very flattering. Like you get that under glute fold. It gives no lift, but again, if you're looking for a simple scrunch, short glute friendly with a V-seam legging, you'll probably really like this, especially if you like high rise. Inseam is 25. It does hit a lot longer than impact because it is so stretchy. And then the leg opening has like ribbed at the bottom, so it is a little tight in the leg opening area. So here are the extra small. So it is fitting a little bit bigger than last launch. When Defy originally it dropped again, I got extra small lava, which was the red, which I couldn't even get past my thigh. There was such a lack of stretch in whatever, like it was just very weird fitting. And then I returned that, got extra small latte. That fit a lot stretchier, basically high rise. And it's also, because maybe it's just this color, I don't know, because it's a bright. I wish they had an extra small, but then again, I feel like the fabric is like, it's very soft and stretchy, but it also like when on, it's not that stretchy, at least in the thigh area. So I don't even know if I could size down because of that. But I don't know what's going on if I have abnormally short glutes. But it's hitting, like it's still very flattering for being non-glute lifting, and still like, I would still say short glute friendly. I just think maybe either the color is too stretchy, or again, maybe I've lost weight, but I am getting a little bit of wrinkling right here at the top of the glutes. So, and it's hitting a little bit past the top of my glutes. So I would definitely say you could size down if you wanted in the fabric tighter. Don't want as much extra fabric right here, because like it just like, yeah, I'm not loving how it's fitting, and I can't size down, so I'm a bit bummed about that. Obviously, like it's a bright color, still a scrunch, still very flattering on the glutes. It has no under glute compression, so it's a simple just scrunch legging. Like it's not like dynamic, not like impact. The fabric is also very different from like an Amplify. It's not as like stretchy, not as thick. Like it is definitely thinner than Amplify material, but it has a V-seam, which you guys know I love, whereas Amplify doesn't. And then it has the scrunch. Again, just wish it was a little bit tighter and hit a little bit lower, although I think if it was tighter, I would again have less of this wrinkling fabric. And then you've got the vertical ribbed waistband, no tiers, definitely low compression, like it's pretty much just sitting on me. I do wish it was a little bit more snatching, because I think it's like making it kind of slide down when I move. I have to keep pulling it up, because like the calf area is tight, the waistband and up here isn't. So when I bend, when I move, I am having to readjust, which is a bit annoying. Inseam is better than like impact. It hits like 7/8 because it is stretchier. I just, again, I do wish it had those tweaks. I think it's running a little bit too big now. It's like they overcompensated for last launch. So would love to see them, I don't know, make the waistband tighter, a little bit tighter back here, or like hit lower. I don't know. I just think it's like stretchy in all the wrong areas, but really tight in the calf area. Still very flattering. Still really like these. Like for when I want like a more simple design. It's definitely comfortable to wear for long periods of time. And again, when I saw these colors, like had they not dropped ice and amethyst, I don't know if I would have even snagged any. But I just love these colors so much. We'll definitely be wearing them, but again, it's not going to give you the same lift as their other bottoms. And then the scrunch, I'm not getting camel toe, but I am getting Barbie crotch. But I really wouldn't stress camel toe, just because it is like, it's got a longer gusset area, so I really don't see like it being, because sometimes when you've got a shorter gusset area, that's usually when CT happens, because you don't have enough fabric or room. And you do have plenty of room in this, I feel like, even for a longer torso gal. But yeah, high rise on me. The scrunch kind of looks like an inside out glute seam. Like it's a very interesting scrunch, to be honest. Still goes in the cheeks really nice. It's a lot more invasive of a scrunch than impact, but thinner than dynamic. Sticker in. Definitely going to be sheer because it is, again, quite a thin fabric. So if you have a glute tattoo, you're gonna see it in definitely ice and amethyst. Am I saying that right? I need to like Google. But yeah, when I bend, like, it's just, I feel like it's sliding, and then I also feel like it's like stretching it out, like the fabric. Like, I don't feel like this seamless fabric has much good shape retention. And then we've got the Shrug again in extra small in ice. Got both. Love these. I will be wearing this with mix and match blues, pink, like every color, like even this. So I had to snag. I feel like it's such a good bolero color because it'll go with so much. And again, this fabric is definitely thinner, softer, stretchier than the bra and the leggings. It's very similar to Skims Fits Everybody material, but it still says the same fabric composition as the leggings, but it's probably made differently. That's why it feels differently. Thumb holes, goes across the neck, but is a very thin strap in the front. Back is also pretty dainty as well, so if you want a bolero but still want to show a lot of back gains, this is a good option. If you want more back coverage, this might not be a good option because it's very short. Define logo, again, I did extra small, fitting a little bit more true to size this drop. We have the Shrug. I did extra small, and I'm glad I did. Last time I did small and extra small, and the extra small was running a lot tighter. It is much more true to size now, so I really wouldn't stress having to size up in this. Like, the extra small feels like how small felt last launch. Has thumb holes. The opening is still a little bit snug, but once I kind of like rip a few seams, it's fine. It's funny, this one's not as tight as this one. But the arm area, I didn't want to size up because I noticed some of the girls that did were just getting so much bagginess in the arm sleeve area, and I was like, I don't like that. And I'm still getting it even in an extra small, so I'm glad I kept with my smaller size because I don't think I would have liked the arm area in a small. But I really like, normally I don't like boleros that go across the neck as much as like sleeves. Would still love to see DFYNE do a sleeve, but I like how dainty and thin this strap is versus where some are like pretty thick. So I really like the daintiness of this. I'm a bolero girl. I wish more brands would continue to do boleros because I just feel like it completes an outfit and makes me look like a muscle mommy, like a superhero. So I will always be on the bolero Shrug train. And again, in this beautiful purple, we have the bra in ice, same size, extra small, top seam and then bottom seam, very thin, so extremely low support in this. Like, even for an IBTC girly, this is insanely low support. Fits a little bit tighter, a little bit better than last launch. Last launch, my extra small, it just felt like it was hanging on my chest, like it wasn't tight at all, and I couldn't size down. So I am happy that it fits a little bit tighter this drop. Says DFYNE on there, removable cups, and then a seam down the middle so the cups don't slide around. And then these straps have been reworked. But again, they're still, in my opinion, very delicate. Like, I wish they would do a different style strap and maybe adjustable, because it's basically the same type of elastic strap, just now flat instead of round, but still looks like it could easily snap. So yeah, back goes into a thinner strap of, yeah, but I loved this color so much that I was like, all right, I'm gonna get it. I can mix and match it with my impact. And I just, again, I hope we get DFYNE impact in these colors because they are chef's kiss. They're reminding me of the men's. Like, I'm pretty sure the men had a colorway like these two, and I was like, can we please get them in impact? So I'm kind of gutted that we got them in DFYNE and not impact, because impact is still #1 for me. And then we have the amethyst bra. So again, I'll post side-by-side measurements of new versus old. The main difference is that this doesn't flare out as much as last launch. It's a little bit tighter. The straps have been reworked, but overall coverage is still pretty much the same as last launch. Still has removable cups, still insanely low support, but because it does fit a little bit tighter, it does work a little bit better on my chest. Feels a little bit more comfortable, not like it's just hanging there. So it fits the same as the Amethyst, much more true to size, measurement different, old to new, so it flares out a lot less right here. The coverage is the same, however width comes in a little bit more, which I find does fit me a lot better. Previous one, it just kind of hung there on me, like sat on my chest, was quite baggy right here. There was literally no support even on an IBTC girly. There's still no support on this, but it is tighter, fits a little bit better, more true to size. So I am happy with the tweaks, and I would buy more with this tweak. However, if you are MTC, BTC, hopefully they come out with a more supportive option, because I know a lot of my MTC, BTC girlies don't really love this bra because of the lack of support. Straps are not adjustable. DFYNE logo again. I got this blue mainly because I know that I'll be able to mix and match with so many other colors, because it's such a beautiful shade that I was like, I need this. Even though it's not my favorite bra, I'm like, I need it. Back looks like this. That's everything I got for the DFYNE Defy collection. 4 other colors: black, meadow, steel, and then raspberry. So if you like a more neutral or like more fall color palette, they had those as well. Pricing for Defy, Shrug is $39, 10% off with code Bailey. And then the Defy shorts 4.5 are $52. The bra is $42.50, and then the leggings are $62.50. Again, 10% off with code Bailey. Also counts as an entry to my monthly giveaway. But they also have, I believe, the older Defy colors still in stock if you prefer those. Yeah, that is all for this review. My Impact review will be coming very soon. There were 4 new colors for Impact that also dropped that I will be reviewing, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!